UPK.
The One West UPK under Commanding General Yohana. We've been teaching this truth since 1969. Right? And I'm here to tell you today, your grandmothers, your uncles and aunties have lied to you about what Christ looked like. Black man, you've been lied to. Christ is not this here oppressing looking man right here. Christ is not this white man right here. Right? Give me Revelations 1:1.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
Unto his servant John. Revelations 1:1, right here. Revelations 1:1. God sent his angel unto John to tell you people what Christ looked like. He came to tell us what Christ looked like. Now I understand in this wonderful America, we play this wonderful sport called baseball. And in baseball, what is it? It's 3 strikes you're out, right? It's 3 strikes you're out, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play some baseball. So anybody wanna get up and pitch? Right now, this man right here pitching. I'm gonna let y'all pitch. He gonna pitch me. Jump down to 13, please.
Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
One like unto the Son of Man. Now, that question right there, who is the Son of Man? Everybody know that Jesus is always, right? Oh, no, not that Jesus. Jesus, Yahushua, is always the Son of Man, right? The Son of Man.
Right. Clothed with a garment down to his foot.
Clothed in a garment down to his foot, not naked, like you draw up the angels to be. Clothed in the garment down to his foot.
And girt about his paps with a golden girdle.
And girt about his paps with a golden girdle. That's right there, that sounds like a black man.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now what does wool look like? Wool is not, does his hair on his head, is that white like wool?
His hairs.
Is that head and his hairs, is that white like wool?
His hairs is his beard.
His hairs is his beard. The hairs on his head, are they white like wool? What is wool? Who has woolly hair?
Right.
Who has woolly hair?
That's right.
Not that one. Not him. He don't have woolly hair. He got stringy hair.
That's right.
That don't say. That's stringy hair. Yep, I'm sure that's stringy hair. I know what stringy hair look like. I see stringy hair when I go to work. That's stringy hair.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. His hair ain't even white.
Right. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Those look blue to me. Oh, so that's 2 strikes. What was that? The woolly hair. Oh, that's 3 already. I done missed out. We need a new batter up here. We need to get him out of here. This man is struck out. He is not who he's saying to be. He is an imposter. That's why we wrote imposter on the sign. Because he's an imposter. Keep going.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire. Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now, his feet like unto fine brass. I would like to ask you a question. Most of y'all, what's the lightest part of your body? It's usually your feet, because it's usually covered up, right? So the lightest part of your body, Do you think this individual right here, this imposter, do you think he got feet is likening to fine brass? What is brass likening to in the Bible? It's always likening to the color brown. It's likening to the color brown. That's right. I don't see no brown on this guy.
As if it burned in the furnace.
So hold on. Go back that up. As if what?
As if it burned in the furnace.
As if it burned in the furnace. So if his feet was bronze, as if it was burned in the furnace, what color was his body? Right. What color was his face? His feet. What color was his face? If his feet was bronze, as if it was burnt in a furnace, what color is his arms? What color is his face?
Right.
Huh?
Who said that?
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
And his voice as the sound of many waters. As his voice was the sound of many waters. So he had a deep voice. Now, I said we was going to play some baseball, right?
He spoke loud.
He spoke loudly. So I said we're going to play some baseball, right? So this this young fella right here stepped up to bat, right? Didn't he step up to bat? And the first ball we threw it said woolly hair, right? Hair in his head and his ears was white like wool. That's stringy, right? It said his feet was burnt, bronze, in the fire. That's another strike, right? So that's 2 strikes right there. And then what else it said? His eyes, right? Fire. He got blue eyes. Right. So guess what? This guy got to get out of here. That's right? Yeah, okay, so if Jesus was brown, was black, what color was, let's go talk to one. Everybody say when they go through some problems, when they dealing with some stuff, when they dealing with some issues, oh, I'm just taking on this condition because Job, I'm righteous, and da-da-da-da-da, right? So if you righteous as Job, right, that means you should look and act like Job, right? Let's go to Job. What Job say?
Job, chapter 30, verse 30. My skin is black upon me.
Hold on. Job, the mighty prophet Job said his what?
My skin is black upon me.
Job said his skin was black upon him.
Right.
Job said his skin was black upon him. So
where's he putting that?
Job said his skin was black upon him. So Christ was brown, bronze feet, as if it was burnt in the fire. Right, black man? I'm trying to wake you up because our grandmothers didn't tell us this. We had this hanging up in our house. Right. We had this hanging up in our tabernacles, our places of worship. Right. We had this hanging up, right? This is white supremacy. This is white supremacy. You got your kids falling down and bowing down to a devil.
That's right.
A devil, a liar, a deceiver, right? So Christ, brown. Right? Job said it straight up. My skin black upon me. He told you straight up, I'm black. Right? Let's see what Solomon, Solomon, 300 wives, 700 concubines, am I correct? Solomon was the man, right? Riches beyond riches. All right, what does Solomon look like, black people? What does Solomon look like? Okay, what Solomon say he look like?
Book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black, but comely.
I am black, but comely. So, what does comely mean? Right? What does comely mean? Comely. Handsome. So he's saying I'm black and I'm handsome. Right? Black people, you are black. Black men, you are black and you handsome. Black women, you are black and you are beautiful. Stop letting this sight right here think you something else. Think you less. The priest before me just showed you what it said in the scriptures about that. You are the greatest thing. Stop cursing yourself, black people.
Right.
That's why these devils hate you. Look at this. Look how great you are. Look at who just won the basketball championship? LeBron James, right? LeBron James all over the world. How many? Is it a Chinese LeBron James? No. Is it an African LeBron James? Is it a white LeBron James? No, it's only a black LeBron James, right?
That's right.
Look at the black men in the football and stuff like that. Who runs football? Who's the greatest in football? Right? Who's the greatest in all these other sports? Baseball, blacks. Native Americans, Hispanics, you are the greatest amongst all those, right? And you've been lied to your whole life to say that you are nothing, that you are the least. But, as the priest before me brought up, the reason why, because you don't follow the laws and statutes of the Most High God. Laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. If you follow those laws, statutes, and His commandments, guess what? Go to Deuteronomy 27:1. If you follow the law, statutes of the Most High God, right, and stop following white supremacy, stop following this issue, this item right here, tell your grandmama to take it down out her kitchen, tell her to throw it away because that's not your people, right? Tear it down, tear it out your mind. The hardest thing for the black man to do, the hardest thing for the Christian to do is to tear this image out of his mind. Right? Because he wants to bow down, and worship that image.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapters 27, verse 1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. Verse 2.
He said, keep all the commandments which I've commanded you this day. Which jumps from what the priest before me was speaking about. Following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. Right? So, what 28 say?
Chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So, if it shall come to pass, if we listen to the voice of the Lord thy God diligently, not this devil, if we listen and we obey the voice of the Lord thy God,
to observe and to do all his commandments,
keep all the laws and commandments and statutes of the Most High God, all the laws. In Christianity, all you gotta do is pay tithes, right? Because what is sweet is that all they gotta do is pay tithes. They don't gotta do no other laws, right? It's over 600 laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, and all they gotta do is cash out. They just gotta reach in their pocket and say, here you go, Pastor Slocky. Here you go, Pastor. Here's my check. Here's my check, Pastor. Right?
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Set thee upon high above all nations of the earth. All nations upon the earth, right? All nations, not one nation, two nations. Your nation, your nation, your nation. The Most High God is going to set my people above high among all nations. All nations, if we diligently hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, following the laws, statutes, and commandments. But if we, as black people, we don't. So if we don't, what happened then?
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
if it shall come to pass, if you don't hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, right? Remember when you ain't listen to Big Mama, what Big Mama do? She pulled out that belt. She tore that tail apart.
That switch.
And that switch, it would wrap around you when she pulled it out, right? She would whoop you. Don't you think the Most High God gonna whoop you, black people? Right? You've been getting whoopings your whole life. I don't want no whoopings no more.
That's right.
I don't want no whoopings no more. I'm tired of getting beat.
That's right.
I'm tired of getting beat. How many slaves want to still get beat? Raise your hand. Any slaves out here still want to get beat? I don't see no hands raised, so apparently don't nobody want to get beat.
Right.
So, they don't know they slaves. But something beating them. You got to figure out what's whooping you. You got to root cause things, right? And this term of America, they do this thing called red line analysis, right? And with these red line analysis, what they do is they go look for the root cause and the reasons behind certain problems, certain issues, right? Like, just say your car, your motor tapping, right? You ran around here to motor tapping. The reason why you're motor tapping is not because motors tap. You know, it's a couple different reasons. One, you might not have no oil in it. And if you don't put the oil in it, guess what happens? You blow that car up. If you don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, black people, you're going to be punished. Ain't that the same as your car blowing up?
That's right.
Right? What if you ain't got the money to pay for your car blowing up? I have been there before. Because you know what? I was a I was not following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God until I found the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Right. And these men around you taught me how to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. We coming out here to tell you, you can stop getting the whooping, black people. You can stop blowing your car up. You can stop getting kicked in the street. You can stop getting beat. You can stop getting smacked. Right? You can stop if you do what? Follow these laws, statutes, commandments that the Most High has told us to follow.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To do all his commandments. Not just pay tithes. To do all his commandments. In the church, all you got to do is one commandment. Just pay tithes. Right? As long as you pay tithes and say, thank you, Jesus, you're going to be blessed. And then you walk right out in the street and your son gets shot by the police. Right? You say, thank you, Jesus, because you paid your tithe, and next thing you know, somebody done broke into your house and stole your goddamn furnace. In the wintertime. In the wintertime. Right? Or not, right? You can come home and your crackhead wife done smoked up all the light bill money. Right? Guess what? You should have said, Pastor, Pimp, I'm not giving you that money. I have to make sure I take this to the light bill and pay them because somebody done smoked up the rest of my money, right? Yep.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
All these curses shall come upon thee. All these curses shall come upon thee, right? All these curses. Black people, look what's going on in your life. Look what's going on in your life, right? Me, being in this school, I've known people, right, that call me up, hey, I need to holler at you, my house just got shot up. This is this week. Call you up again and say, hey, your uncle was out there smoking something and somebody laced his weed and now you're in the hospital. This is this week. These are the calls that I've had this week because our people are not following the law, statutes of the Most High God. And when you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, these curses will fall upon you. That's not what this the King James Version, right? Yeah, that's what we all read out of.
That's right.
Right? That's what we read out of. This is the truth right here, right? So if we read out of it and tell you the truth, why don't you listen? Why don't you hearken into the voice of the Most High God? What does the word hearken mean? Listen. Listen. Why not listen to the word, the voice of the Most High God? Right. Go ahead. Was that it?
And overtake thee.
And overtake thee. Is that not what we're saying? These curses aren't they overtaking us, black people? Aren't these curses overtaking us? Wow. Aren't these curses overtaking us, black people?
No. Just say the scripture.
Come on. Go to Jeremiah 14:2. Matter of fact, go to Zephaniah 2:1. Right? Black people, what we have to do, sir. What we have to do is come together and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. What we have to do is stop following the laws of our enemy, following the rules and regulations of our enemy, saying that this is Christ. This is not our king. Right. This is not our king. If I ain't need this for next week, I'll kick it over. Like,
yeah, right.
I kick it over and jack it down the street, man. Yeah, right. Look, this every time I look at this, I throw up. I throw up in my mouth just a little bit. You know why? Because I know how embedded and indoctrinated this was in my mind coming up as a child, right? It was a Catholic school right across the street from me called St. Cecilia. They had this bastard posted all throughout it. My grandmama, she knew the priest, what you call them, that run them Catholic schools, whatever it is, the ones that break the board. She knew him, so she sent us over there because he let her send the boys there for free. I was like, Grandma, I don't think we should keep going to this school because this pastor this priest always hugging and we ain't huggy like that. Right. Not that way, right? We are not that, black people. We are the children of the Most High. So with us being the children of the Most High, guess what? If your child get out of line, what you gonna do? Right? If your child get out of line, what you gonna do? If you tell your child, look, don't go play in the street. And if that child go out there and go into that street, what you gonna do? You gonna whoop his little ass. That's what you gonna do. You gonna whoop him. You gonna beat the hell out of him. hell. You're gonna beat that sin out of him so he don't go back into that street, right? In order for us to do this, black folks, what we gotta do? What's Zephaniah 1 second?
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. Who is not desired in his land? Who is not desired? You, black man. You, black woman. They don't desire you. They want to take over you, control you, and use you. Once the slave is done and worked to the bone, they want to throw him away. Discard him, right? Because he's disposable. Black man, black woman, you are the only disposable people on this planet.
Trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?